Come witness the biggest gasser event in racing history. Real gear jamming, real standard 60s gassers. Take your family back in time. Saturday, April 29th at Shadyside Track Strip. Go to southeastgassers.com. Event sponsored by BONAFIDE Battery.
Welcome. Here we are in Montgomery Motorsports Park in our first event of 2017 with the Southeast Gassers. We are so glad to be here. We got beautiful weather, not a cloud in the sky. What I want to do now is bring in a new partner here with us, Richie Pugh. So glad to have you. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Richie, let's tell our fans a little bit about you, where you're from, and a little bit of your love for this sport.
I'm Richie Pugh, like you said. I'm from Bowling Springs, South Carolina. Grew up drag racing back in the old days. My daddy drag raced. Loved it. I think I got motor oil in my blood. I love it. But known Quayne for 30-plus years. Just a great guy. And I'll be honest with you, man, this is one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. We're going back to the way it used to be. That's what it's all about right here.
I tell you what, Richie, and a lot of people have shown up here today, and we had record numbers every time we go to an event, and people are really starting to adhere to what you're saying. It is one of the coolest things going today. It's the fastest growing form of drag racing that we have found.
That's true, man. I mean, just look around. I know when this thing started, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you had 2 cars, and it started as a grudge race. And then I think Quayne hooked up with one of the old-timers in the sport, one of the original guys, Gene Cromer, rebuilt his car, built it back to period correct, and, man, look what it's turned into. This is just too cool. I don't know what else to say.
We've got 86 cars that are registered with the association that are legal to show up and race at any event we have. So that number could easily hit 100, maybe 110 before this year's over.
And you look around, and the cool thing about it is you got people here that are the elderly people of drag racing, and then you got guys our age, and then you got the little kids, and they're getting to see what it looked like back in the day when drag racing was drag racing. And that, to me, that's just it's the heart of the sport. That's where it started. And you got this group of people out here, man. I've met a bunch of the new guys. I knew a bunch of the old guys, and it's just honestly, it's a big happy family. Everybody does everything they can to help everybody else. It's
good family entertainment as well. It's a great day to bring your family out to the track. It's relatively inexpensive, and you're going to get to relive a lot of history. And Richie, we're seeing people here today from as far away as Nebraska, Iowa.
Met a guy last night from Texas. There was a guy I think met earlier today. He was from Missouri. You got people coming down to the Southeast Gassers from all over the country. And again, I think they're buying into the thing. I think they're saying, hey, this is really cool. This is what the sport's all about. Let's go and join them and have a good time. And like you said, it's great family entertainment, and you'll never meet a nicer group of people.
And Quayne providing that structure with his rules and regulations. And here at Montgomery Motorsports Park, a great facility. They house a lot of big events here, and they're really glad to have us here as well. And we're excited. I know I'm on the edge of my seat to get this thing started. So what do you say we get after some round 1 action?
Hey, man, let's squirt a little water, burn a little smoke, jam a little gears, and let's go to the other end.
Sounds good.
C-Gas, round 1, Montgomery, Alabama.
Getting this season started off right here we see the battle of the 56 Chevys. Ernie Smith going to take on Larry Noel.
Yeah, you got that one gone dog from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Larry Noel coming to us from Aiken, South Carolina. He's going to be in the Crazy Horse.
The name of the car is going to be the Crazy Horse?
The name of the car is going to be the Crazy Horse. He told me the other day. Looks like Crazy Horse got off the line a little bit. A little whole shot win there for Ernie Smith. Ernie doing a good job behind the wheel, as he was the winner of our last event in 2016.
Yep, that one gone dog got out of here that time.
Hey, following that dog is going to be the Alley Cat, Tim Bailey, our defending world champion. He's going to be taking on James Beard out of Ripley, Tennessee, in that Obsolete 2.
Pretty race cars. Both of these cars, beautiful race cars.
That's what we love about the Southeast Gassers, man. Takes you right back in time. Good start right there. It looks like Tim Bailey getting a little loose on the top end down there.
Woo! Ooh, that's slick, but these cars got a lot of horsepower.
A lot of horsepower. I bet Tim Bailey grabbed a little white knuckle ride right there at the top end as he marches on to the victory. Chuck Gradaball right here in the action time coming up. Another beautiful race car, and he's going to be taking on our local celebrity, the White Lightning, and Josh Owens.
Old 53 Chevrolet White Lightning. You see Aces High tattoo on that rear quarter panel. Aces High been a good sponsor for Southeast Gassers for the last year.
Yeah, Boot Leonard and his crew do a great job down there. Looks like Chuck got Josh off the line. Now, Chuck's an accomplished grudge racer. Let's see if he's got enough on the top end. No, looks like Josh going to drive by him on that top end.
Yep, looks like the horsepower of that old 53 Chevrolet just come alive on the other end.
There you see he's going to stretch it out at the end. Yeah, look at that top end charge. Back in here at Montgomery Motorsports Park with the Texas shooter, Ronnie Santov. Ronnie, pulling all the way out here from Corpus Christi, Texas. So glad to have you in Montgomery, Alabama.
Well, we're very glad to be here, and this is the best bunch of people you want to ever be around and have a great time, and the Gassers are just awesome. Everybody loves them, and first one to the finish line wins. No bracket racing, no indexing, and that's what we like.
I tell you what, that's been a lot of the sentiment we've hearing from a lot of the competitors and fans out here. I know you have a relationship with Quayne Stott that's gone through many years in his pro mod days, but when you saw Quayne doing this, how quickly did you know you had to be a part of it?
Well, I've been deeply involved in long-range shooting for years, and I just didn't want to branch off into something else till I'd fulfilled that ambition there. When all of that worked out, Quayne and I got together and we decided to do this. The good Lord bless me, and just very glad to be here.
So that's the name, the Texas Shooter, because of your long-range shooting.
Exactly. That's where the name came from. We're long-range shooters.
And I know you guys have been thrashing to get this car ready to get here to Montgomery this weekend. Tell us how important it was for you to make this first event.
Well, we wanted to be here to promote Southeast Gassers naturally and our Southeast Gassers Texas style. And we have two cars running in Texas, Danny Graham and myself. We have about 10 that are in different phases of construction, and we have about 15 or 20 people on the fence. Well, do I take my coilovers off? Do I take my automatic out? That kind of deal. So we wanted to come here and debut the car, even though it's a long way from being completed. And we wanted to make that impression that we're here to stay in Texas, and we're part of this group here, and maybe everybody will get off their duff and get out there and get to work on their cars.
Well, definitely we want to see the growth of that Texas-style Southeast Gasser racing as well. I want to thank you so much for building this beautiful car, and I know you got some more to add to it.
Well, I want to thank Alfred Whiteside, Jennifer Bondurant, my son Jeff, and my daughter-in-law Denise. They're all here supporting us. And without them, I couldn't do anything. So I've got support from good friends at home that just hang in there with me on about everything I do, and I've been blessed.
Sure have, Ronnie. And folks, look them up on Facebook, Southeast Gassers Texas Style. They'll be posting a lot of things here from Montgomery and other races. Make sure you get out to one of these events and check us all out.
You see Jared Bailey in that beautiful 1941 Studebaker.
Taking on Ronnie Sandhuff from Corpus Christi, Texas right here. Man, this guy's got enough experience in his back pocket to hurt somebody.
Yeah, he's been in a race car a long time.
Boy, this is going to be a good one. I'm excited to see this one. Ronnie Sandhuff making a long haul, 750 miles to get here. And just look at that beautiful 41 Studebaker. Here we go.
The Texas shooter in the near lane.
Good start by Bailey as he gets out first. And, man, this is going to be a good drag race coming down to the line. Looks like Sandhuff's going to pull it out. I got to see the replay on this one at the line. I'm telling you what, they had to be neck and neck.
It looks like there might be a bumper guard on the front of that Chevy, too.
Holy cow, folks. God. Check that out. That's what kind of racing you get here in the Southeast Gassers. And then you get these long smoky burnouts by that 64 Falcon wagon of Jimmy Huff, the Hoopty wagon.
That's it, Mr. Horsepower Ford himself.
I tell you what, he is a crowd pleaser everywhere we go. He's even got a competition single here as, his competition broke. Unfortunately, Robert Frazier couldn't make it, but he still gives the fans a big round burnout.
Here we got that beautiful red Chevy, too, from Campobella, South Carolina, Doug Dobbins.
Yeah, he was our number one qualifier, so now with an odd number, you're going to see him with a bye run right here. But, man, what a beautiful race car this is. Look at Dobbins getting it set in there. Let's see what it got.
Whoa!
Man, great wheel stand right there. Beautiful, just like we like to see them.
That is a wheel stand of a gasser profile right there.
I tell you what, did a great job of gathering it up, grabbing second gear, and getting it on down that, hustling on down that 8-mile racetrack.
That is a great shot right there, that gasser coming up off the ground.
Oh, next we got Todd Napier in the Atomic Hillbilly. Todd out of Oliver Springs, Tennessee. He's backing that thing in. This guy is a true shade tree mechanic right here.
He is, but I tell you what, his little car runs good.
It really does. There you see him getting it down there true and straight, too. Glad to have the Napiers with us this year.
How'd we do the last time out?
Not as good as I wanted. No, I cut a good light on him, and mile an hour was off, and he come around me on the big end.
Man, I tell you what, that is one of the prettiest cars out here. 41 Studebaker.
I sure
Gotta
appreciate
love it.
You have to thank Dad for that, because he designed it and he built it, and he picked the colors out and everything. That's why it's as good looking as it is.
Well, wait a minute, talking about Dad, what are you doing standing over here? Come on over here. Here he is, the other side of the Bailey clan. Mr. Tim Bailey, driver of the Alley Cat. How's it going?
Well, it's going good so far.
Going good.
Finally got the car hooked up and go straight, except for that little ride I took on the other end down there.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. What does it feel like to skate on ice?
Well, I don't know if I eased out of the groove or what happened down there, but it took a lot of gathering to gather it back up.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, from sitting up there in the tower, looked like you went across the stripe on 2 wheels.
Might have been one.
Well, I tell you what, folks.
But that's the way these cars are. They're very unpredictable.
They a handful, ain't they?
They are a handful.
I'm going to tell you what, right here, the Bailey guys, this is Jared, this is Tim, father and son duo, out of Southern Pines, North Carolina. Got 2 of the prettiest cars you'll ever see in your life. Y'all come on out here and watch these guys this year in 2017. This man right here is 2016 C-Gas champion, and I think there's going to be another Bailey gunning for him this year.
Very likely.
Thank you, guys.
Better believe it. Thank you.
Hey, Gas, the kings of the sport here in the Southeast Gassers. There you see Shannon Smith in that Pale Rider.
That is a beautiful, beautiful car. Look at that burnout he's doing there.
I tell you what, Shannon's going to get a competition single by being an odd number here.
There you see one of our other sponsors of the sport, Alky Diggers.
Man, they've been great to us here in the Southeast Gassers. Alky Digger is a great company, and just want to give them a lot of thanks for what they do for us.
Shannon looks like he just eased it off the line there, just making a clean pass here, just to move on forward.
Yeah, he didn't want to break any parts right there on a single. There you see the 48 Anglia, the 2015 World Champ Donovan Stott.
And in the other lane, you got Sonny Hall driving that beautiful Sunshine Express.
I tell you what, Sonny Hall, he's 70-year-old. He'll give you competition. You cannot sleep on this man.
Well, I tell you what, he's got a young buck right here that don't sleep at all.
That's for sure. There you see the beautiful Megan Phillips bringing in her man, Donovan Stott, bringing him up to the line. Our part of our beautiful backup girls right here. This will be a good one, folks.
All right, let's turn the light on.
There you see Donovan out first. Man, he's going to stretch it out. That Anglia is going straight for him today. First round win, Donovan Stott right there.
That's it, that little Mighty Mouse horsepower he's got there. Look at this on top end. Man, what a victory.
Yeah, stretching it out right there. Good job, Donovan Stott. Southern Flyer Gabriel Burrow, man, he's back for more and making some big-time horsepower this year.
That's some of that Jimmy Huff horsepower, isn't it?
Jimmy Huff horsepower taking on Steve Davis, a brand-new A-gas car for us this year.
First time, first event. Here he is, Steve Davis and Papa Spinning.
That's right, from Monroe, North Carolina, and glad to have him out here with us. Put this car together in a short period of time, but it's a good-looking race car. Goes straight, too. Gabriel Burrow in that Falcon. Stott's forward there, you see on the side, family namesake.
That's it. Oh, what a wheel stand by Gabriel Burrow.
Yeah, great lead right there. I believe he took him right off the line. He's going to march right on to the victory. Watch this car launch. Man,
great
beautiful,
day.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's what the fans come to see right there, getting those wheels up, dry hops. We do it all here in the Southeast Gassers. You see him marching on to victory.
Barry Lynn from Greer, South Carolina, in that beautiful 65 Chevy Malibu station wagon. That little red car spent 32 hours getting it ready to come down here.
Yeah, I don't know how little it is, but Barry Lynn, man, been up 32 hours, made the pull all the way here to Montgomery to get this victory here. Again, odd number cars. He gets the buy run right there. Gave us a call, told us, said, hey, I want to come to Montgomery, but I don't have everything ready. But there he is. He's here.
Tony Turner in the new improved Quick and Dirty.
Man, improved is correct. That paint job is awesome.
And in the other lane, you've got Gary Klein in the Tasmanian Devil from Tazewell, Virginia.
Yeah, great lead right there, both drivers. Tony Turner getting out of shape just a little bit. This is going to be a good one on the top end. Looks like Tony Turner's going to take it at the top end, but a great run by two classic cars right there, and beautiful as well.
That's right, Tony Turner. Look at this 392 Hemi horsepower 39 Dodge on the other end. Just pull it out right there.
Big Hemi horsepower on the top end. That was really nice. In here, Montgomery Motorsports Park with Todd Oden, one of the new Southeast Gassers. Todd, so glad to have you.
Hey, I'm glad to be here too. We're running D-Gas, it's 58 Chevrolet. We're running a 10-pound per cubic inch class, the big heavy cars. Gonna be a lot of fun.
How'd you find out about Southeast Gassers?
Okay, I'm from right outside of Birmingham, a little town called Leeds, and we came here last year to this race and just absolutely fell in love. And then we made the mistake of going to Brainerd up there by Chattanooga, and when we did that, it was over. I mean, we were in full mode to build a car. We had a great time. We took a bunch of the kids and family, and it's just a great atmosphere. And then once I talked to Quayne and got knowing the rules, and I love the fact of how everything is so formatted and how you need to be period correct. I'm crazy about that. We joke a lot of times because I've called him so many times. He said, Todd, I believe you ought to know the rule book about as good as I do. If the people ever come one time, they are hooked.
Well, now, where'd you find your car at?
A friend of mine in Ohio I got to know pretty well had this car, and it had it quite some time. Wasn't interested in selling it, but when he found out that we wanted to put it as a gasser and run this series, he said, hey, you just come get it and we'll work it out. So that's what we did.
We're awfully glad to have you. Glad to have your family in here. Looking forward to some great things this year out of you.
That's going to be a great time. Got my brother, my dad, my wife, bunch of kids, friends. Even went and bought a new trailer just to haul to this thing. So we're fired up and excited. We want it to work and we want to have a good time.
That's Todd Oden, one of our new cars in D-Gas.
First round of D-Gas right here in Montgomery, Alabama. You got that 1958 Del Rey Chevrolet driven by Todd Odom from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, and that's going up against Derek Napier, another Oliver Springs, Tennessee. The Napier family looks like Barney Five over there in the left lane, but a great attitude he has.
Yeah, that's a cool looking car. Here we see the car staging up.
Man, Todd gets him out of the hole, has a little bit of trouble there. This is Todd Oden's first race. Looks like he's going to limp that car on down there after maybe missing a gear right there. Man, that car was out of control for him.
Yeah, I think Mr. Napier over there might have missed a gear too.
Yeah, but I don't think he's stopping for the citizen's arrest. As you see the next group coming in, there's Travis Owen from Atlanta, Georgia. This is his first trip down the track with us in the Southeast Gassers, and there he is, Zach Hall in the homegrown.
Beautiful cars.
Man, there's the launch right there. Travis a little bit tardy on the tree. Looks like Zach Hall's going to run it down there, and he's going to move on to the next round. Zach's done a lot of work in that homegrown car this year, and man, it's really a beautiful piece.
That car was the winner last year at the last race of the season.
Sure was, in primer. Hey, here with Paul Vanderpool, who has, over the winter time, has really put some paint jobs on a couple of great-looking 50s models cars here. Paul, tell us about this car that you did here for Lance.
Well, this is a car we built in 2012. It was a Bad Juju car. Of course, we're going to let it at Bad Juju again. But we try to work really hard to make an impression that beats any other. So, and I love the psychedelic paint jobs, and this is what we came up with.
I love the lace. That's what stood out to me.
It's a lot of work. It really is. You know, there's a white to gold to green fade underneath the lace. And then went over top with the black and green.
Well, something this intricate, what kind of time are you looking at and putting into something like this?
It's 32 hours in the paint booth straight, because you have a certain window with the base coat. Mm-hmm. So
32 hours, so that's like a marathon, right. Almost 2-day session.
Yeah, a lot of Dr. Pepper.
Well, your work is just outstanding, and it is definitely represented here at Southeast Gasser as well. So. Tell, what was your vision for this car? Did they give you a blank canvas and tell you to do what you wanted?
Absolutely, yeah, both cars. So, and they said, you know what you're doing, so make it look good. And Justin just wanted it to. He said, I want people to not be able to stop looking at it.
Well, he
had to be real busy. Had to be real busy.
Well, you've definitely accomplished that. Now, did you look back, or have you done some of these lace paint jobs before?
Not necessarily, no. I've loved psychedelic paint jobs from the time I was a kid. I was always at the drag strip. I've researched stuff, on the internet, so I've just had a good mind for it. Plus, I'm an artist too, so it came natural.
Well, you definitely have, and we talk all the time about how these cars are a work of art, taking them back to the 60s and before, and you have helped bring that out here in this car, and especially Justin's car as well.
Yeah, thank you.
You're definitely going to get some head turns this weekend.
Excellent. Thanks. I appreciate it.
And your background is, I guess, you're an auto body guy?
Yeah, I work for Mayfield's Body Shop in Villa Rica, Georgia. Yeah, I've worked there for about 8 years, and Justin came to us and wanted a psychedelic paint job, so I did the best I could, and it turned out real well.
It really did. Thank you so much for sharing your artwork with us here on the Southeast Gassers. And folks, if you hadn't made it to an event yet, this being our first one in 2017, just to see these two cars alone is worth the trip.
This is Dean the Gray Ghost. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you spend about 36 hours in a paint booth. Have you got anything you want to say? Nothing here. Nothing here.
Moving into round two, C Gas right here. Tim Bailey, 2016 World Champ. He's going to be taking on Ernie Smith, the hired gun, in that one gone dog.
Yeah, this ought to be a good drag race right here. Both of these cars are fast, and you got a lot of experience behind the wheel.
Yeah, this one will be a good one. That one gone dog, a lot of history behind it. Tim Bailey, they getting set, getting ready to drop it. Oh, they little staging duel.
Yeah, trying to burn each other down.
Yeah, taking it a little time to get in. There they go. Beautiful launch by both cars.
That red car went red.
It sure did. Tim Bailey just a hair too quick right there, as he knew it'd be a big matchup against Ernie Smith and the one gone dog, and looks like the gone dog is gone again.
Here you see that White Lightning car, Josh Owens pulling in the right-hand lane. He gets a competition single here because Todd Napier broke in round one.
Yeah, he had a bad axle problem right there, as you see Cynthia backing him in. Josh gets better every time he goes down the track. That White Lightning is going to continue to be good. There you see, good launch by Josh, and he's going to ease it on down the track, not taking any chances of breakage. Jimmy Huff in the hoopty wagon. Here comes one of those big burnouts.
Smoking fire.
I'm telling you what, Jimmy Huff puts on a show. He's going to be taking on Ronnie Sandhuff in that beautiful car out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Sandhuff, oh, he rolls the lights. Ronnie Sandhuff rolls the lights. After that far a drive, man, that's a tough break.
I tell you what, Ronnie Sandhuff's been around racing a long time, and I know that just absolutely makes him sick.
Well, new car, he's still getting used to it, and only, maybe the fourth pass down the track, as that's why they tried to get out here so they could make a few passes on the car.
Round two, you see that beautiful little car again from Campobello, South Carolina, Doug Dobbins. I tell you what, man, he's been quick all day long. Got a competition bye in the first round as Kelvin Cannon broke, and this is his bye round for being low ET qualifier.
Yeah, beautiful car. That thing leaves the line. Look at that. Wheels up off the ground. It's going to be great to see him and the bad banana wheels standing off there together.
That's exactly right. Those wheel stands, that's what we're looking for in this gasser style racing. A-Gas round two, we got Tony Turner taking on
Gabriel Burrell there in a Southern Flyer going against Tony Turner in the Quick and Dirty.
Was that a smoky burnout, or is that coming out of Tony's car?
I tell you what, that was coming out of his car. You see a fireball coming out of there too. That car's really running rich. A lot of fuel in the gas pipe there.
Yeah, you see it backfiring there a little bit and smoking too. I think Tony's got a little serious problem here.
Yeah, he's wow, he sure does. Look at that wheel stand though. Gabriel Burrell, this is shaping up to be a pretty good race. Gabriel Burrell taking him on the top end, but look at this wheel stand.
I tell you one thing, there's no more mosquitoes in Montgomery, Alabama.
That was part of our contract in being in Montgomery. We had to take care of the mosquitoes, and we knew Tony could take care of that for us. Gabriel Burrell stretching it out on the big end, moving on to the next round.
Here you got that white trash car, Donovan Stott. He's got a bye round here. Oh, man, look at the burnout of that little white car.
Man, he does a great job. Always a crowd pleaser. Donovan Stott, 2015 A-Gas World Champ.
I tell you what, Donovan don't cut no slack even when he's got a bye.
Man, I tell you what, he does a great job and gets those fans off his seat. Just listen to him as he goes through the gears right here. Beautiful run right there, Donovan Stott. Straight and true. Barry Lynn out of Greer, South Carolina. Barry, a hardship case for us this weekend. Barry was thrashing to try to get this car together. There you see no headlights in Barry's car. 32 hours he stayed awake between testing and driving to Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah, that's it. Quayne talked to the other guys in the gasser group here, and they agreed to let Barry run his car. He'd worked so hard to get it done. So here we see him taking on the Pale Rider, Shannon Smith.
Yeah, no slouch right there. This ought to be a good drag race.
Red versus yellow.
Oh, and red is the color of the day as Shannon Smith leaves too early.
Yeah, you don't see Shannon do that very often. Semi-final C-Gas, we see Ted Knievel coming up here to the starting line.
Yeah, Ted's a great, valuable person for us on the line. There you see Jimmy Huff in that 64 Falcon wagon with the crowd-pleasing burnout is on his way when you see him.
There's the White Lightning car, Josh Owens, the 53 Chevrolet taking on the little hoopty wagon of Jimmy Huff.
Yeah, I tell you what now, look at Jimmy Huff with that big smoky burnout. Man, he is a crowd pleaser every time.
I think that's a top fuel car.
Yeah, he definitely goes through some rear tires.
All right, Josh trying to burn him down here a little bit.
Josh hadn't even hit the pre-stage yet. A lot of youth in Josh, and sometimes this might be where it shows up. And
Josh red.
Yeah, Josh rolled through the lights again right there. We saw that happen once last year, and that just comes with more time in the seat. Josh not totally had everything set. Jimmy Huff's going to move on to the next round there. Good race for Jimmy Huff.
I tell you what, that Jimmy Huff 4 horsepower, that stuff he's making some power tonight.
Really is. There you see the boots in Sonny's hot dog. One gone dog. He's going to be taking on Doug Dobbins out of Campobella, South Carolina.
Yeah, that little red car's been quick all night long.
I tell you what, though, don't count out the hired gun, Ernie Smith, because he will be on his game right here.
That's right. I tell you, old Ernie, he's tough when it gets down to this point in the game.
Yeah, but that beautiful Chevy 2's been low every round. I'm telling you what, he's got his hands full right here. It ought to be a good drag race. There you see Quayne Stott, Cynthia looking on as this one's going to be a good one, folks. Looks like he's playing a little games with him up there. Not going in. He's done double bulbed him. Dobbins is double bulbed.
I think Dobbins has said, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you be? He's been quick all day. There we see Ernie finally creeping into the pre-stage. Trying to get into the stage there. Come on, Ernie. Here we go. Dobbins off again. Good drag race right here. Looks like Dobbins is going to take it. Whole shot and all.
Yeah, Dobbins started. Whole shot to the other end. I want you to look at the power of this little red car.
Both cars leave the line hard, but man, I'm telling you, that little Chevy 2 is moving right along to the finals. Moving along to our A-Gas semifinals right here. There you see Donovan Stott in that 48 Anglia. Man, as the sun goes down and the lights come on, the stars come out.
The sun goes down, but I tell you what, I believe the heat's been turned up.
It sure has, and there you see Barry Lynn. Man, from testing to the semifinals, Barry Lynn right here in Montgomery, Alabama. Man,
32 hours to get here, and here we go, down to him and Donovan.
I tell you what, Donovan's going to be on his game right here. Oh, double bubs and little gamesmanship by Barry Lynn. Donovan takes his time going in. Looks like Donovan's off. Oh, over toward the wall is Donovan Stott in that short wheelbase car. Who's it going to be? Donovan Stott at the end. There you see Donovan making a hard move to the right.
I tell you what, Donovan, I believe, got Barry off the tree right there, and he got a little bit out of shape, but Barry stayed in that little red wagon and run him down towards the end. Looks like it's going to be a good race. Oh, it was really, really close at the end.
That was a great race right there as Barry stayed straight, like you said. Gabriel Burrow going to be on a bye right here. As you see his lovely backup girl putting him in the right tracks. His dad David looking on right here. Gabriel going to make his first final ever in the Southeast Gassers. And there you see he's just going to take it easy.
Yep, just a little quick run down the track. According to the rules, you got to show up, you got to take the light, and you got to run down the track. So Gabriel did a smart thing, saved the car here, lived to fight another day, and I tell you what, he's got that little white car to run up against this next round.
All right, Gabriel Burrell in the Southern Flyer laid down a pretty slow pass right there, but you didn't have to do anything but just get down there. Taking on your cousin, the white trash. Are you the trash man tonight?
We're taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash in the Ford. Now, what do you got to say about that?
I almost got took out by a grocery getter wagon. He out-ET'd me by a good margin, and if it wasn't for Young Gun reaction time, I guess I'd be on the trailer right now. But The old Falcon, you know, it's just it's a Ford. You know how those are. They just make a lot of noise and don't go nowhere.
I definitely know how the Fords are. There's two of them going to the finals, one in C gas and one in A gas.
That's right. Huff horsepower taking it all the way.
What says you there, young gun?
All I know is I've got a Chevrolet small block, 379 inches, named the Little Mouse, and it's ready. That's all I'm going to say.
And folks, this is the long and the short of it from here at the Montgomery Motorsports Park. Two cousins going for it in A gas. Guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
D-Gas Finals, here we got them coming around the corner. Todd Oden in that black car.
And Zach Hall out of Blunteville, Tennessee in that homegrown.
I tell you what, man, both of these are good-looking cars. This D-Gas, this is going to be a great field this year.
Yeah, and Todd Oden making his first final and a first race with us in that 58 Chevy. Good-looking race car. I like the matte black finish.
Man, that's really cool. Looks like that old car from American Graffiti, but in black.
It does, and you see with that Southeast Gasser tag right there on the back. Man, I've been seeing a lot more of those. Great-looking burnout right here.
I tell you what, coming from last year, that car over there in the other lane, that homegrown car that Zach's got, it has come a long way. Great white-looking paint job with that green lettering on the side.
It's really a beauty, and you got to check out. Go into pits if you come to one of our events. Check out the paint job and check out Zach's helmet. He's got a little gold flake action on there, and I love it.
I tell you what, man, these guys are very, very personable. You need to walk through the pits and meet them. Talk to them about your cars. They'll be glad to have a conversation with you. Talk to them about anything you want to talk about as far as drag racing goes.
I tell you what, Todd Oden right there, you see him attempting his first dry hop. I think that's what that was. He'll get better at it as the time goes on. Super nice individual. So glad he's part of the Southeast Gassers. There you see that Alky Digger sticker again on our cars. Go out and check out Alky Digger. They were a great sponsor here of the Southeast Gassers. Cynthia putting him in the beams.
Yeah, I think he's doing a little head game right here with Zach. There he goes. He lights that bulb up.
Still both drivers ready to set to go.
Oh,
Todd, there's another roll through, just like what Josh had. See that a lot in a lot of young drivers. Going to give the win over to Zach Hall right there. Tough break for Todd Oden, being from Birmingham, Alabama, right here in his backyard.
I tell you what is that? 3, 4 in a row for Zach. Zach is undefeated in D-Gas.
He sure is. We've had 2 D-Gas races, and he's won them both. So congratulations to Zach Hall.
That's right, man. Great looking cars.
Zach Hall coming in here with a homegrown 2 in a row here, son. You're dominating our D-Gas category.
Yeah, I'm trying to right now. I'm sure it's going to get tougher as the season goes on. Just trying to get the easier ones while they're still available.
Well, I don't know if there's anything easy today, but yeah, you did a great job. I know you guys have thrashed and done a great job on the car over the winter. And if anybody saw our last video, now they wouldn't even think you got the same car.
Yeah, it's come a long way since last year. We spent a lot of time on aesthetics over the winter. We didn't do much as far as performance goes, but I guess when you run good, you got to look good.
That's right, and I know you got a lot of people you want to thank out here today.
Yeah, I got my dad with me. He's helped me build the car. He done a lot of work on it, and my buddy Ryan, he helps us every chance he can. He does a lot for us, and I'd like to thank Daniel Minnick at Top Speed Performance. He does my machine work, and he sponsors me, gives me a little money to race on and stuff, so I'd like to thank him too.
I tell you what, that car went straight for you all day today, and it really pulled great.
Yeah, Montgomery really had a good track today. It was good and sticky, as you can tell by all the cars that broke, but it was a good track. I like racing down here. I like to come down here next year.
I'll tell you what, Zach, we congratulate you again. Great job on your car. Just a beautiful piece you done. Congratulations, D-Gas. Second run in a row, so yeah. Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
C-Gas final right here. Doug Dobbins, Campobello, South Carolina. Jimmy Huff out of Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Got Ford versus Chevrolet. I tell you what, these are 2 power-making vehicles. Got the blue oval, and you got the blue Chevy symbol in this close lane of it.
I tell you what, Jimmy Huff is always going to put out a good burnout, but he better be on his game right here as Doug Dobbins. He is the quickest car in C-Gas on the property today.
That is a fact. That is a fact indeed. That little red car has been flying all day long. But I tell you what, don't count that hoopty wagon out. Old Jimmy Huff, he has got a lot of horsepower under that hood. They can line them up right here. Let's see what goes on.
I tell you what, Huff's number 2 qualifier in the Ford, Dobbins number 1 qualifier in the Chevy, and we're getting ready to get down to action. And I tell you, People get on old Jimmy and say, man, when you gonna paint your car? He loves it the way it is.
Yeah, I think that's the hoopty in the hoopty wagon.
Very good point right there. And that beautiful car, that Chevy too, as we spoke about before. Huff's gonna go in. He's got to be on his P's and Q's here.
Red light, automatic winner, red car.
Well, Jimmy Huff knew he had to load up and get ready because that Dobbins has been quick all day. Just a little too quick right there as he drops a hammer a little too soon, does Jimmy Huff, giving the win over to that beautiful Chevy too.
Doug Dobbins, here we are, Montgomery, Alabama.
How many more times am I going to talk to you?
How many more times? I'll tell you what, I believe I'm your good luck charm today. What you think?
All right, come on with me.
Hey, that's it. Hey, Doug Dobbins, Campobello, South Carolina. We got a car right here that was on a string all day long. This thing was a rocket ship. And this man right here, Spartanburg County, South Carolina, representing the upstate. And his beautiful wife Ingrid over here.
My sponsor.
Your sponsor. That's exactly right.
We got to keep her happy.
That's exactly right. She is the sponsor, and we heard from Ingrid a little earlier today to tell us what she does. So just want to say a shout out to Doug, man.
Thank you.
Again, this is first time in the gassers. This first time in the car, making passes all day long, going to the top and staying there. Tell me about it.
It's unbelievable. You know, it's just everything fell in place, and for once the driver did his job, and it just, you know, good things happened all day. We were in a good place with the car, and it worked.
That's it, man.
It worked.
The machinery worked, the driver worked, everybody did their job.
Can't wait to go to Shady Side.
Can't wait. The man said he is ready to go to Shady Side.
Yep.
All right, Shelby, North Carolina. Better look out. Doug Dobbins is on the way. Congratulations, brother.
Easy.
A-Gas finals right here. Southern Flyer Gabriel Burrow versus the White Trash Donovan Stott. This is going to be a family feud right here.
Yeah, you got cousin on cousin right here. I tell you what, both of these little cars are fast. You see that little white car, Donovan Stott, doing the big smoky burnout.
Looks like Donovan forgot to close up his trunk lid or fasten it. He's gonna get a little help right there from Megan. She knows how to get that done for him. Gabriel's getting his girl to back him in. Oh, Ted's gonna remind her, hey, don't back over that. That could be a catastrophic failure right there, as he could rip that thing right off. Ted Chevrolet does a great job helping us every event down there. If people don't have any help getting through the water box, Ted is always there.
He is always there to back everybody up, line them up, get them back in that essential groove that they have to launch these cars.
And you got to know these are two of our hot shoes, young guns right here in A-Gas. There you see Quayne Stott looking it over, and man, he's got to have a lot of pride right here with these two young guys.
That's right. Got a nephew and or a cousin, I guess, is Gabriel's kin to Quayne.
And Gabriel double bulbs of Donovan again, trying to get him off his game plan.
Games.
But Donovan doesn't get rattled, gets in there. Oh my goodness! Donovan Stott tears him up on the line with a hole shot. See if it carries him on to victory. And it does.
Donovan got Gabriel out of the hole, and you can see from this camera, Donovan the whole way.
Well, Donovan doing a great job getting down the track right there. Richie, he had a perfect light, a 000 light for Donovan Stott. That's a mistake, but it paid off. Donovan Stott, AU champion here tonight at Montgomery Motorsports Park in 2017. What a way to start off the season.
That's what I was just telling the announcer over the intercom, man. I swore to myself I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money this year. I'm just going to go race, enjoy it like it's supposed to be done. And leaving at Montgomery leading the points, what option do I got? I got to keep winning, so I guess that means more money and no house this summer, so we'll just keep paying rent and just worry about the rest later.
Yeah, just pay the rent. Just make sure you're not late with the rent, because that guy may kick you out of A-Gas.
Yeah, he may, but I think he loves me enough. He'll let me stay.
Donovan, don't know if you knew this, Donovan, but you had a perfect light in the finals, a 000 light.
I seen that, David, and that's playing with the devil right there. Is because 000 is not performance, that's luck. Nobody in the world can cut a 000 light on purpose. And I don't know if it was because I went in a little deeper on my staging, or just I said a good old hard blessing before I left the starting line, or the staging lanes back there, and I said, I never asked for the win, only safety, but whatever I want, whatever needs to be done, let me do it. And so I guess that's what needed to be done, a perfect light.
It might have been a little pumped up too, because Gabriel went in there and double bulbed you.
Oh yeah, well see, there's all kinds of games you can play on the starting line, and he went in double, and I'm like, all right, I'll double bulb you back and go in hot and heavy, and you just wham bam and go. And heck, I didn't set my line lock hard enough, and I rolled up there all slow and took a pre-stage, and so that plan went out the window. But hey, it worked out, so maybe I'll try that again next time.
Well, it was one heck of a drag race, and congratulations to you. 2017 champion here at Montgomery Motorsports Park, Donovan Stott.
Thank you, David.
What are we doing here, Quayne Stott?
All right, Doug Dobbins ran faster than we think's possible with a 8-pound per cubic inch car.
Who's we?
Well, some of the other racers too, but me as a what would you call me?
You are the president and administrator of the Southeast Gassers.
So what? Yeah. That being said, we think Doug's car run faster than a 8-pound per cubic inch car should run. So therefore, we're gonna make him prove his cubic inches. We go on honor system. They claim their cubic inches, and we go on that until they run a number that we don't believe. And he's done it all day long.
He's run consistent numbers, but we will not divulge what those numbers are because we don't do that in the Southeast Gassers.
He's running numbers that we don't want to believe, so we're going to make him prove his cubic inches. Now, Doug, you're claiming what? 355?
358.
358?
Yeah.
358.
With my weight, I can still add, 17.
Yeah, this is another thing that's crazy. The car's running, he's 100 pounds heavy over the 358, 8 pounds per cubic inch.
So he's got something he can play with, some room he can play with here if it's not a 358, correct?
Yeah, he's got 17 cubic inches. Doug's claiming 358. All right, Ted's got there, so he got to weigh 2,864 pounds. He weighs 28. He's got a cast iron head, so he gets to take off 50 for cast. So 28. 28.14 is what he's got to weigh because he gets a 50-pound weight break for cast iron heads.
29.40.
So he's 100 pounds heavy all day long, and he's running numbers that we don't want to believe if he was even if he had the 100 off. So there ain't but one thing we can do, and that's check him. We got a P&G tube that we can pull, and it'll give us his cubic inch. Measuring the volume. All right, Doug, give me about 3 good spins. All right. Now we got to do a 43 times 8, and I'm going to do a temperature reading. You have to do a
43 times 8. Plus 6.8. Is that what you said? 350.8.
You're under by my reading, so you're good. Anybody's got any question about it?
Supposed to be about 357.
There's like a 1% margin. Usually, if we'd have come above, we would have had to pull ahead to check it. But you're under, so. And if anybody wants to pull ahead, I think it's $300. You get to $300. But
and you won 100.
Everybody happy?
Yeah. We all good?
You're officially the winner now.
Where do we go from here?
You win another race, I guess. You're the points leader too. You realize that?
I've already told them that.
Richie Pugh, here we are in Winner's Circle here, 2017 inaugural event here for the Gassers, and what a day at Montgomery Motorsports Park.
Man, we started out today, beautiful blue skies, and just look at it now. It's dark, stars is out, and I tell you what, the Gassers have put on a show here today.
It's so many positive feedback and comments coming from the fans here today. We had some good spectators, and the pits were just full all day of dads and granddads and kids just passing along this Gasser tradition.
Walking through the pits today, you saw everything from 18 to 80. Little kids with their grandmas and grandpas, little kids with their dads, moms and dads together. And the team atmosphere that you got here with these guys, you got family, you know. And speaking of family, how about the final round?
Final round pitted cousin versus cousin. Donovan Stott in the white trash versus Gabriel Burrell in the Southern Flyer, and it took a perfect light by Donovan Stott to get the win.
Can you say 0, 0, 0? But I'm going to tell you what, that little gold Southern Flyer, she was coming on at the end.
Yeah, he was really eating it, running him down. But, you know, even Donovan said, hey, that was a little bit of a mess up on my part. He said, I'd have liked to went 002 or something like that. But, you know, that 000 is definitely something to hang your hat on.
The competition here now, the playing field is even. These cars are running neck and neck. C-Gas. What a battle we had there. Had the man from Campobello, South Carolina on top all day long. Showed him how to get it done.
I tell you what, and he really was. He was low of every round. Doug Dobbins is who we're talking about there. And, you know, what a beautiful car. C Gas is going to be a show-stopping event this year in every class we go to.
That's right, man. C Gas is coming on. It's going to be a great show, AC. And then you got the guys in D Gas. What about Zach Hall? Zach Hall, two-time winner, 2 times in the car, and what does he do? Wins a trophy. How about that?
Anytime we run into D Gas, you got to think Zach Hall now. But, you know, and had some great people. Todd Oden, you know, building this car from Montgomery, Alabama, his first time out here, made it all the way to the finals. He was the #1 qualifier. You know, run into some trouble in the final round, but, you know, another great showing by him.
1958 Del Rey Chevrolet. Great car. Like you said, first race out, car's almost brand new. He done a great job.
Yeah, and other competitors in A-Gas, Barry Lynn brought out the little red wagon again, and, you know, that car was going some rounds today, too.
The station wagon, the grocery getters, you better watch out for them this year.
I tell you what, I can't believe the level of excitement that I'm feeling right now, knowing that we're going to Shadyside in just a few weeks. You know, April the 29th, we got over 70 cars that are going to be there, period correct gassers at Shadyside Dragway, and I can't wait to get there.
And you pack in 70 cars, and Lord knows how many fans at Shadyside, and it sure enough is going to be a battle at Shadyside.
It really is. And, folks, we're going to have a great time there. We want to encourage you to come out to Shadyside Dragway, April 29th. We're going to have the Battle of Shadyside. We're going to have a Civil War cannon that's going to be attempted to be shot off. It's going to be a great time. Going to see Rusty Sampson in the Bad Banana, the Gray Ghost. Hopefully it gets back to full speed, the Silver Streak, and more and more and more. We could just go on. And, you know, 83 cars that we have that could show up. We know we got 70 coming. So looking forward to that. And before we leave, Richie, you know, as we always do, we want to make sure that we give our thanks to the Lord. And I'm going to ask you to take us out of here if you would.
It has been a privilege to be here today. Just want to thank the good Lord for the safety that we had today. Nothing serious. Everything can be fixed. Everything that was gone wrong was good. And we just want to say thank you. And if we can just say a quick prayer and we'll be out of here. All right, Lord, we thank you for this day. We just thank you for sportsmanship. We just thank you for this ability that you've given these men and these people to have these pieces of equipment and just go and do what they need to do to spread happiness and joy through the world. Lord, may everything we do always be in your name to glorify you. In your name we pray. Amen. Hey, here we are, midnight in Montgomery. We out.
Come witness the biggest gasser event in racing history. Real gear jamming, real standard 60s gassers. Take your family back in time. Saturday, April 29th at Shadyside Drag Strip. Go to southeastgassers.com. Event sponsored by BONAFIDE Battery.